I have far too many clothes, so I really need to go through them all, try them all on, and get rid of at least half of them or put them in my scrap box to rework them. All of my clothes live in the one wardrobe behind me. I have all of my shirts at the top, then I have all my trousers and all of my jackets. And when you initially look at it, it doesn't look like too many clothes, but it really is far too many for me to handle, and I barely wear any of them. So every year I try and go through them and make sure that I have only pieces that I actually want to wear. I'm going to start with the shirts because it's the biggest category and it's going to be the longest to go through. I'm not going to have any sort of order how I'm putting these on. I'm just going to grab them and see how it goes. This shirt is from Cyberdog and I used to wear it all the time, but I haven't worn it much recently. I still think it's a piece that I'm going to keep though because it really goes with my color scheme. I love the pattern and I love the color, but there's something about it that I don't love currently. So if I don't wear this for 3 months, I think I'm going to have to rework it. This piece I made recently, so it's an obvious keep. It really doesn't go with this bodysuit, unfortunately. It looks really weird with these double necklines it has going on, but I am most definitely going to be keeping this one. This is a shirt that I got from Japan in 2018. It's an official Disney shirt from Disney Sea, and I really like the pattern, but I haven't worn it I think a year and a half. It's just not something that I go towards really. I'm thinking maybe it's just a little bit too dull. I did crop it at one point and I still have the extra piece of fabric that I cut off of it. So maybe I could rework it using that piece of fabric as well to make it a little bit more interesting. It is just too much of an ordinary shirt for me nowadays. So while it's a shame because I feel like this is the last t-shirt that I still own that I got from Japan, I am going to rework it I think because I just don't wear it and I want to be able to reach for it a little bit more. I'm not quite sure what I would do with it, but I feel like I could definitely make it work. I'm going to quick fire through some definite yeses just to get the pile down a little bit because I'm getting a little bit overwhelmed by how many pieces I have to try on. And there are definitely things in here that I grab constantly and wear all the time, so I know for sure that I'm going to be keeping them. This one is an interesting one. I've owned this shirt since I was about 14 and it's my oldest shirt that I still have, and I do still reach for it a lot, but I never feel great while wearing it. I just pick it up because it's an orange shirt and I don't really have any plain orange shirts that I really like, so I kind of just wear this one as a default, but there's nothing interesting about it. Like all the sleeves are rolling up like in a kind of ugly way because of how old it is. It is very faded. It used to be more this color, now it's a very faded orange because it's been in the wash so many times. And I feel like what I really need to do is get rid of it, despite the fact that I don't want to get rid of it because it's one of my go-to t-shirts. If I get rid of it, I'll be persuaded to make a new version of it, and then I'll have something that I actually prefer to wear and actually like wearing and like looking myself in. So this is probably one of the only shirts that I will be donating. I don't think I should put it in my rework pile because I will just get it back out again. So I'm going to be putting this in a charity shop. This t-shirt is one of the ones that I reworked. I just made it smaller and I'm really surprised by how much I wear it. Realistically looking at it, I feel like it looks too pastel for me and it doesn't really match the makeup style that I like to do, but I tend to reach for it all the time when I don't have any makeup on, so this is a definite keep. This one technically isn't a shirt, it's actually a bag, but it's basically a shirt at the same time, and I haven't worn it in probably years, but I keep it because I love it. It just never used to go with how I wanted to dress because I didn't have my surgery and it kind of made me uncomfortable because it is quite short here. But now that I'm feeling better about everything, I feel like I'm going to be reaching for this so much more than I used to. This shirt is a Juno Birch shirt and I really do like the print, but I never wear it because the print is so low and the shirt has to be long because I didn't want to cut off any more of the pattern. So I think I'm going to do a very simple upcycle on this, raise the image up and maybe add some little extra things that go with the print colors to make it a little bit more exciting and a little bit more wearable. This shirt is one of my favorite shirts to wear. I feel like I don't wear it in my YouTube videos a lot because I don't wear a lot of yellow makeup, but in my everyday life I am wearing this all the time. This image is something that my sibling drew. It's a fake punk band t-shirt, so it's got this guy here and he's holding his eyes, and then I think it says Vegas Nerves, which is kind of a fake punk band name. And like with the Juno Birch top that I just tried on, the image used to be really far down and this shirt used to be very oversized. So this is a definite show that I do like the upcycle pieces a lot more than I like regular pieces. Seeing as I ran through some yeses, I'm going to run through some definite nos. These pieces are pieces that I never wear, never pick up, never feel inspired by. I feel like some of them can be reworked, but most of them I think I'm just going to get rid of. Oh god. That's the reason why I have to get rid of this one. This shirt is one that I bought to replace an old shirt that I really liked, and I just don't like it anywhere near as much as I liked the other version I had of it. The previous one I had was more of a sports mesh material and it had no sleeves, whereas this one is wool and it's just uncomfortable and warm all the time. I used to have quite a lot of these wool type t-shirts and I just don't like them anymore. I feel like they just don't look good. This one's another example of those wool type t-shirts that I just want to get rid of. I don't like them at all anymore. This is a t-shirt that I actually bought with the intention intention to rework it because I really like this pattern on it and I really like the material as well, but I've never done anything with it. So this is the perfect opportunity to put it into my scrap box and do something fun with it. This one is the one that I made for a video that's kind of a little bit of a joke, but I do actually really like it. Unfortunately, you can't wash it, so I'm just gonna wear it until it dies. This is one of the earlier pieces I made when I was getting into sewing and upcycling, and I do really like the fabric. I absolutely hate the cut of this top. This neckline is awful and it's stretched out more and more over time the more I've worn it. So now it kind of just lives in my wardrobe as an example of how I used to be bad at sewing and now I'm better at sewing, but I feel like I could definitely rework this and make it wearable. This is another piece I've made. I absolutely adore this. I feel like it's a little bit messy, but it's definitely a very nice piece. It looks really strange over this bodysuit. I'm wearing this bodysuit so that I'm not shirtless all the time in this video, but it doesn't work with some of these outfits I'm realizing. This shirt I like, but I never really reach for it and it's kind of getting to the point where it's a little bit too gross to wear. So I feel like I could upcycle this into something that's not clothing. Maybe make this into a pocket that I could add to something else. That would be quite cute. But I feel like it is time to say goodbye to this one. This is another piece that I've upcycled. I upcycled these out some pajama bottoms and I've been putting this in my general wardrobe, but I never wear it as a general piece of clothing. So I feel like the better place for it would be making it into pajamas. And I feel like this wouldn't bother me too much while sleeping because it could flatten quite easily. So this one's just gonna be moved into my pajama drawer. This is a shirt that I only own because it's the only pastel purple shirt that I own. So I feel like I just need to make a better pastel purple shirt out of it. This is a shirt I wear all the time, especially when working out. Maybe in the future I might add something to it. I feel like an image here would look really cute, but I'm just going to put it in my back to the wardrobe pile for now. This shirt is probably the best example of how my life has changed recently. I used to not wear this shirt at all because it's too tight and has a window in the front, but I've worn this 7 times in the last month because of the weather getting nice and cold. I can wear a jacket over it, it doesn't feel too overexposed, so this is a definite keep. I upcycled this recently, but I do want to re-upcycle it because I want to make this so much more cropped. I feel like I'm only really going to wear it if it's like there. I would definitely have to take off this image and redo it because it just looks strange now. You can't even tell it's a heart. But I am going to put this in upcycle so that I can redo it a little tiny bit. So far, looking at my piles, my keep pile is a lot smaller than my upgrade pile. And that is exactly why I do this sort of thing, because all of this was taking up so much space in my wardrobe and I wasn't even wearing it. What is the point in having this many pieces of clothing that you're not overly happy with? It's also just free fabric that I can play around and sew with, which is great for me because I always need new fabric. Next up on the agenda is these long sleeve shirts that I usually wear as undershirts. They're all see-through and they're all different colors. For the most part, I know which ones I'm going to keep. I'm going to keep these 3 and I'm going to get rid of these 3, but I'm going to try them on just in case I think I like these ones a little bit better than I thought I did. But let's do the keeps first because those are definitely going to be easy. So it turns out the ones I wanted to get rid of were also easy to do. So I'm now fully done with all my tops and I can move on to the jackets. I had a lot more jackets than I realized because most of them I don't keep in my wardrobe. I keep them on like a hook by the door. So I've got loads to go through and I'm hoping I can get rid of at least 2 of these. This is the newest jacket that I had. I got it when I was in Sweden a few months ago and I edited it to add some horns and make it a lot shorter. I haven't been wearing this jacket all that much recently because it's actually really thick, so it's more of a winter kind of jacket, but I will definitely get a lot of use out of this very soon. This one I actually edited recently to make a little bit baggier because it was a bit too slim fit before, but now that I've edited it, I wear it all the time, so this is a definite keep. I'm going to quickly run through my definite keeps because I have jackets that I wear absolutely all the time and probably will never get rid of. Like realistically, these are probably the only 5 jackets I actually need in my life because they are the ones I reach for all the time. Obviously they're mostly pink and orange, but I do also quite like a green jacket. I don't tend to wear a lot of green, but a jacket in green I just absolutely love. With all of those out of the way, I now just have the jackets that I'm not sure about anymore, but luckily for me there's only 4 of them, so hopefully this will be a quick and easy process. This is an upcycling project that I made from an old pair of jeans and I do really like it, but I never ever wear it. It's just not a jacket I ever reach for, but I really love this fabric, so it's definitely going to make a really good upcycling project. This is another one that I quite like, but I just never reach for. I feel like I just don't need a yellow jacket, mainly because my winter coat is that orange and yellow one, so this one just doesn't come out of my wardrobe ever. So I think I will definitely be using this fabric to make something new instead. This one I'm really sad about because it used to be my go-to jacket, but I haven't worn it in probably 2 years on an actual everyday basis. I think I've probably worn it in a YouTube video, but never outside the house because it doesn't have a hood. and practicality wise I just need a hood. I do think this could make for an interesting piece to upcycle because it has all of these pieces that I could definitely add to something else. Or alternatively, I could just make a hood for it, so I will have to have a think on this one because I really don't want to ruin it because I did love it at one point in my life. This jacket is one of the very early wearable projects that I made, and you can really tell it's one of my earlier sewing projects. There's parts of it that I really like. I like how I try to add lots of detail to it, but it is just not a very wearable jacket. So realistically, what I want to do with this is make a completely new version with completely different fabric. So I think with my sewing knowledge now, I could definitely make a better version of this and use this fabric for other projects. With that said, that is all my jackets gone through. I'm only upcycling 4 of them, which I think is quite good for me. I tend to hold on to jackets a lot longer because I see them as more practical pieces. So I probably should have got rid of more, but I do have a pile of stuff that I definitely gravitate towards, and I feel like I don't have any extra pieces that I don't need. So for now, this is a good amount of things to get rid of. Let's move on to the last category, which is bottoms. I have a very love-hate relationship with trousers. I want them to be very comfortable but very practical at the same time, and I'm not very good at making them. So realistically, I only wear 1 pair of trousers. And those trousers are these ones from Cyberdog. I just absolutely love them. They are the perfect trousers for me. They are warm, they've got giant pockets, and they've got an adjustable waistband. The 3 things that I need in trousers. But all of my other trousers I have issues with. These ones are my most recent made trousers. I really love them, but they're slightly see-through, which is annoying. I can only really wear them with this bodysuit in particular. So to make them more practical, I really need to make a pair of like tight shorts to go underneath them, which is really annoying because I did just want to wear these on an everyday basis. So it just lets me know that I need to use slightly different fabric when making trousers in the future. These ones are another example of trousers that I've made myself. I have edited these so many times because I really like the fabric that I made, but the trousers I made just weren't good. They've kind of gotten to a point where I'm done playing around with them, but they are most definitely not perfect. And if I had the chance, I'd probably make them all again, and I probably will do that at some point. To me, these are just yellow trousers and not pink trousers. I know that doesn't really make any sense because there's actually more pink on them than yellow. But if I want an all pink outfit, I don't want to wear these. I want to have an all pink pair of trousers. So I definitely want to make something very similar with all the Harley Quinn patterns, but out of pink instead. These trousers are meant to be the same as the purple ones, but they're actually in a completely different fabric, which is weird because they are the same listing but different color options. These ones are more like a cargo material, and I don't hate them. I feel like they are just looking more tired than the other ones despite being the same age. But for now, like all the others, these are a keep. Finally, I have a pair of trousers that I am for sure getting rid of because I haven't worn them in years. I've just really gotten out of wearing jogging bottoms. With that said, I am actually done going through my wardrobe. The pile that I'm getting rid of has gotten bigger than I expected it to be. And I am so happy to see this because now I have so much fabric that I get to play around with and make new exciting projects with. I just love being creative and finding new ways to use old things that I don't need. With all that said, that is it for this video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a like down below, comment what else you'd like me to do, maybe some ideas that I could do for the upcycling projects, and subscribe as I post a new video every single week, and I'd love to see you again. But until then, bye!